Alrighty, so we're going to start this stream off with something very interesting, actually. So, in eastern central Illinois right now, massive wildfire ongoing. This is going to be near Crescent City, Illinois, alright? We can actually see smoke being picked up from the Chicago radar here over Highway 52, east of Interstate 57. There was also a wildfire earlier today in east central Illinois, just a little bit ago, closer to the Ogden-Rumpler area here. This was not one that we could see too much smoke on from the satellite or the radar imagery, but again, this one up here looks quite intense near Crescent City and the Iroquois County north central part of the region there. So we'll watch out for that very closely here this live stream. Red flag warnings in effect for a good section of the Midwest, back into portions of the plains, and even back down into parts of the Rockies, alright? And that's something that's going to be very interesting. The same reason that we're seeing all that wind out there, those dry conditions that are causing those wildfires, are also going to cause us some problems with some severe weather potential here over the next few days. Starting with today, we have a marginal risk of severe weather across portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa, where we could see an isolated strong storm, although I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know why they've added this marginal risk. If we take a look at the ARRR, it's not showing anything. If we take a look at the NAM, it's not showing anything at all, really, other than just a few showers and thunder showers outside of our marginal risk. So it's very interesting to me why they decided to add that marginal risk of severe weather. But outside of that, we've got major snowstorms ongoing right now into portions of the Rocky Mountains. In fact, if we take a look here at the Cheyenne, Wyoming radar, we see a lot of wintry mix, snow, and heavy rain even mixing in there in portions of the Panhandle of Nebraska, southeastern Wyoming, and northern Colorado. This is a big deal here. Again, a lot of snow here in portions of Wyoming right now. This is a full-on winter storm. Winter storm warnings are in effect for parts of Wyoming and South Dakota as well as Montana here. But the winter weather advisories actually dip all the way back down into Utah and Colorado. So, again, we've got ourselves a lot to discuss today. I'm going to go ahead and pull up stream chat, so if anybody has any questions about their location, feel free to leave those down below. I'll try to answer them accurately and honestly. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, a lot of different things. Again, everything from wildfires to severe weather to winter storms to the forecast for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, we have a major forecast upgrade since I last spoke to you guys. We have not only an enhanced risk of severe weather across parts of Oklahoma, Nebraska, Missouri, and Kansas, but this is also driven by a 10% hatch tornado risk, which means we have the potential to see significant strong tornadoes tomorrow across parts of Missouri, Nebraska, and Kansas, and that's going to be a big thing because these tornadoes here, again, are going to be in an environment where they can thrive. We're also expecting significant damaging winds to be a problem and also some large hail to be a thing, and even going into Thursday, Halloween Day, we could end up seeing some severe weather here in portions of the Midwest and the southern Mississippi Valley. By the way, Storm Chaser Corey Gherkin literally in my town right now. That's pretty cool. He's at this gas station, but anyway, let's go ahead and get back on track here. So, we have got a lot to discuss once again this stream, so I'm glad that y'all are joining me here on this lovely afternoon. What's up, Peachy, Kevin, Sam, Jesse, wow, Jack, Alan? Will this eventually come through northern Illinois this week? So, a wildfire danger is already in place for northern Illinois today, but if you're talking about the severe weather threat, I don't really think that you're going to have too many problems other than a very small risk of some sub-severe storms tomorrow evening, I'd say. So, if we go ahead and take a look at the NAM model here, yeah, I did say that. You got me there, Sam. But if we go and take a look at the NAM model, we can see that Davenport, we're really not expecting anything too crazy to occur, but honestly, this is going to be beneficial rainfall. We think that by the time it makes it this far east, it'll generally stay south of northern Illinois. Places like central and southern Illinois may pick up on a good bit of rain and even a bit of severe weather, but northern Illinois is probably, for the most part, going to stay quite dry during this event, but we'll continue to watch out for that. And again, damaging winds will still be a massive problem for parts of southeastern Missouri and northeastern Arkansas, so we'll look out for that. Your Halloween's ruined? That's rough. Yeah, and I imagine you will get at least a little bit of rain here. Well, there you go, Kevin. I mean, it's hatched, so obviously it did have the potential to. If I were the SBC, I would actually push this further off to the southeast. I would do something like this. I actually drew a map last night of what I predicted the tornado risk to look like, and as of this morning, it was perfect. It was spot on. Let me go on and see if I can actually bring this up. This morning, it was spot on, and then they added that 10% hatch, and I was like, oh, crap, I was wrong. But here is what my prediction looked like last night. I brought this up here. So I had a 2% tornado risk going through portions of the mid-Mississippi Valley all the way back into the Central Plains, and then that 5% that are going out for the Quad State region of Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. And then we also had a 5% here. This was by Levi, I want to say, or Jesse, one of the two. We had a 5% going across parts of Oklahoma and Missouri. And by the way, this is a stupid meme, if you were wondering what this was. I know it looks very interesting, but it's just a stupid meme. You know what, though, Kevin? Northeast Kansas is where the SBC put their 10% hatched, so... That was yours? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. But yeah, I think that actually damaging winds will probably still be the main headline of tomorrow, as this is going to be a massive line of storms. Again, if I were the SBC, I would push that tornado risk a little bit further, especially east, but also a little bit further to the south. Why did they put it hatched? That is really a great question. But we may never know. I just realized I had a typo in the description. What's up, Boredness? So let's go ahead and zoom in back here on our wildfire ongoing in Iroquois County, Illinois. So this is the new radar scan here. Again, this is smoke. This is wildfire smoke here north of Crescent City. This is pushing northeastward. So heads up Kankakee County, southeast part of the county, but even Kankakee downtown, you'll be able to see some of the smoke from there potentially. But areas like Aroma Park, Hopkins Park, it's going to get very smoky very fast. Again, this wildfire has not yet been contained, it doesn't look like. So that's a pretty big deal. And again, that is near Crescent City, Illinois, right now. Heading northeastward. Quite quickly. You're planning on going live tomorrow for the tornado threat? Same. Yeah, I mean, we can't just sit here and pre-rate, but there's no way that we see anything EF4 or higher, if that's what you're asking. I can tell you that much. But again, that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to sit here and pre-rate. You just went live. So the 10% hatch risk here, and again, this is the area where we have the conditional threat for an isolated significant tornado. That would be through parts of Manhattan, Kansas, Emporia, Kansas, Osage City, Kansas, and Topeka, Kansas. But the yellow shade in general, even if you're not in the hatch risk, you have just as good a chance to see a tornado in the hatch risk or outside of it. It's just in the hatch risk, you have a better chance of seeing a potentially significant one. So the 10% also does include downtown Kansas City. It also includes Overland Park, the area where National Storm Chaser Summit 2025 will be, which hopefully I'll be going to, actually. But, what's up, random Texan guy? This does include Maryville, Missouri, and it goes almost back through Tulsa, but it only includes portions of the Tulsa suburbs on the northwest side. And this does include Barnsdall, which is obviously a very famous tornado location from this year, so we'll hope that nothing happens in that area again, but there's a potential. I don't think it's going to be anything like the first one, obviously, but I just wanted to point out that tornadoes are a possibility in that region. Luckily, this is not going to be one of those events where it's a crazy dead radar hole, and we're not going to be able to look at the storms here. We've got radars all over the area here, because this is typical Tornado Alley. It's very interesting to see this. I'm going to call this a May-like setup. This is a May-like event here that's taking place in late October. Can't go live because you don't have a second device read chat on. Dang. But yeah. So, you're in the general thunderstorm risk for tomorrow. You're in the general thunderstorm risk for today, too, actually. Oh, no, you're not. But, yeah, there's a marginal risk. For anybody wondering about the Halloween forecast here, there's a marginal risk, but it's big. This is going to be for the remnants of what we're going to see here on Thursday, likely just some widespread damaging winds, or the remnants of what we're going to see for tomorrow, rather. So that stretches through Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. This is a massive marginal risk here. I don't know when the last time we saw a marginal risk this size was. It goes for all the way from Austin back up into central Michigan. John McKinney, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Looking like a nice setup for possible tornadoes. Definitely, again, yeah, we were just talking about, again, it's a conditional risk for strong tornadoes, but there's a good possibility that we do see one or two significant ones. And then, again, tornadoes in general are just going to be a decent possibility. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. So, anyway. But yeah, again, enhanced risk tomorrow driven by a 10% hatch tornado risk, which I was not expecting. I don't know anybody that was expecting that, but, that's crazy. So let's zoom back in here on our Wildfire. Again, Wildfire near Clifton, Illinois right now, as well as Martinton. This is right along the Iroquois-Kankakee County line in northeastern Illinois. This is entering the outer Chicago suburbs here. Soon it will be crossing the state line into Indiana if it survives long enough, which, again, let's hope that it doesn't, but we'll see. Again, very windy, very dry. This area has not seen rain in a long time. It's a big problem. But, anyway. You just said earlier it didn't have the potential to go hatch, Kevin. A lot of people will be storm chasing tomorrow, including possibly myself. Yeah, again, we can see some of the storm chasers there live on Radar Omega. Again, it's going to be a big event tomorrow. What's up, Avery? Your family used to live in Braidwood, Illinois? Yeah, give me just a second. I'll check that out. Braidwood, Illinois. Wow, so yeah, Braidwood there is going to be west of the wildfire smoke, but that is not too far away. Honestly, I mean, if you were, if you travel southeastward, which I don't obviously recommend doing, but if you were to do that, you'd be able to see those wildfires. What's up, Mr. Twister? Thank you for tuning in. You have family in Wichita, Kansas, Savannah, Missouri, and Omaha, Nebraska. That is literally all over the place. Sorry, I zoned out there. That is literally all over the place for our severe weather risk tomorrow. So, I'll look out for those areas in particular. But, again, we're going to have a big day tomorrow of streaming. So, for anybody wondering about streaming times, here's what I'm going to say. There's going to be a time period where I'm not going to be able to stream for probably an hour and a half straight. That's probably going to be from around 5:30 to 7. Outside of that, I really want to be live as much as physically possible. Even Skiatuk, can you check it out? Yeah, I believe Skiatuk actually may be in the enhanced risk. Yes, you were just on the edge of the enhanced risk of severe weather there. You were literally right along the line of the 10% tornado risk. So again, look out for damaging winds, especially tomorrow. But isolated hail and tornadoes can't be rolled out in that area either. You have family in Boston and Newark. Yeah, again, a very interesting spring-like setup for tomorrow. Again, enhanced risk right over the bullseye that is Tornado Alley there. I mean, whenever you think of Tornado Alley, this is it. Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska. And again, this is quite a potent setup as well. And again, the reason we're seeing this is because of that dip in the jet stream. But, anyway. So let's go and zoom back in here on Wyoming, actually. Definitely crazy indeed, yeah. So again, southeastern Wyoming, a major mess of snow, wintry mix, heavy rain all across parts of southeast Wyoming and the Panhandle, Nebraska, dipping down into Colorado. Again, a lot of wintry mix there over Cheyenne, just north of the town, or north of the downtown area. And again, some actual snow. You're going to have to go pretty far north of Cheyenne to find some of that, but at least according to radar anyway. But it's not always completely accurate in what it sees there in terms of precipitation types, so there's a good potential that snow actually could be located a little further south, or it could be vice versa. There's a potential that some of that rain could be further north. Wow. So that new scan, a lot of snow just took over the wintry mix zone. Again, it's right in between being classified as snow and wintry mix, I think. So overall, just a slushy mess of colors right now. That's what it's presented as on radar. What's up, Airborne? So, again, a lot of wintry mix in here, for sure. Little nervous about Halloween, not going to lie. If you're talking about in terms of a severe weather threat, I don't think Halloween day is going to be that big of a deal. Again, it's mostly going to be the day before Halloween, tomorrow, that we're watching. I think that Halloween could bring some damaging winds, especially to parts of Dixie Alley and the mid-Mississippi Valley, but it'll be interesting to watch, for sure. Sorry, I zoned out. But anyway. Oh, crap. Sorry. I accidentally just removed Peachy Loves. Alright, I added them back. I was trying to make them a moderator. Well, now the message is deleted, dang it. It's glitching out. I mean, if you just stick around for long enough and you're helpful and you want to be a mod, then I always consider adding people. Because, again, we need as many as we can get, especially during times like this where severe weather is going to be crazy. We're going to have a lot of new viewers in here that may not know the rules. You can do it again? That would be amazing. I'd appreciate that. Alright, let me pin it that time. There we go. You're not a mod, but you're a member. You don't have a single mod for your streams. That's wild. Channel, trying to get the stream to 25 likes. We're at 14. Let's go further. We can do it. Again, we need to help spread this message. We got a wildfire ongoing in the Midwest. We've got winter storms all over the Rockies. Again, look at this. What's up, the Kansas weather watchers? But the wildfire smoke mostly now being located in Kankakee County. You're in the hatched. Yeah, make sure to look out. It's going to be very interesting tomorrow. I don't think the hatch was necessarily warranted, but, I mean, there we go. So, we'll see Topeka. The Topeka area, that is. Because, again, it doesn't just include Topeka. It's not a very big area, though. It includes Topeka through Manhattan, right up towards the tri-state area of Kansas, Nebraska, and Missouri, and all the way down to the east side of Wichita. Okay, that's where the greatest tornado threat is. Yeah, Mr. Twister, I've just never seen you while you're live, so that's the only reason I haven't tuned in, but... Yeah, I don't think the radar will get knocked out. I really don't think we're going to see tornadoes that are honestly strong enough to knock out the radar, if I'm being realistic here. Cape doesn't look impressive on ARRR. Yeah, there are a few problems with the setup in general. I mean, it's not like it's anything insane, but again, it is a spring-like setup. Again, like, if you were to look at this, the jet stream right now, I mean, you could see this kind of thing in the spring, and it would cause almost the exact same event here that we're about to have. Again, marginal risk today came out of nowhere. Bro, chill, Kevin. You've said that, let's hope the radar doesn't get knocked out, and I just said, let's hope that it doesn't. But I don't think there'll be a tornado strong enough to. I didn't say that, you said that. Yeah, but it's easy to sit here and say after the event already happened, oh, that should have been a moderate risk, you know? So, I think the SPC did a good job on that day. It's Davis weather, it is. Let's go. So will it be as far north as Lincoln, or do you think it'll stay in the same area? I don't know what you mean by the same area. Oh, do you mean just like, will it just sit down there by Kansas and Oklahoma? So Lincoln, I don't really think you're going to see much. I think, honestly, heavy rain might be a potential. But if we look at the NAM here. Let's see this. Levi's back from war is crazy. So if we look at the NAM here, Lincoln is not really being shown to have too much activity. Again, the storms are really only going to get going over the Lincoln area. They're not really going to be intense until they get quite a ways east of Lincoln. But again, heavy rain is a potential, maybe some isolated hail. I need to upgrade from Radar Scope. What is the software? This is Radar Omega. I'm on Mac, so it will work. This is Radar Omega. You have to have a subscription to get on a computer, though, so you'll have to first download it on your phone, and then buy a subscription, which, again, it is a little expensive, but it's highly worth it, in my opinion. But Radar Scope is still a good alternative, if you don't have... What am I yapping about? If you can't get Omega. I don't know if it performed like a high risk. Yeah, I guess you could make that case. I would aim for more like a moderate risk, though. But sorry about that. Yeah, it was the most tornado warnings in a single day ever. It was above April 27th, 2011, if I'm correct. Well, but a lot of those didn't do anything, Kevin. So again, that wildfire, they're still clearly ongoing, at least as of the last update, along the Kankakee-Iroquois County line. And again, that will soon push into Will County? Will County, maybe. I don't know if that's Will County or not. I believe it is Will County, then Cook County, if it continues long enough. I think that's Will County. It's gotta be. X finna go crazy in the 18Z Triple R. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of weather-related stuff trending on X today and tomorrow. Alrighty. I don't think April 27th had the most, but I was just pointing out it beat April 27th. I'm only mentioning that because that's, the biggest tornado outbreak of all time. 23 likes. Let's get to 25. We're so close. What's up, Sanja? Just now tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're so close to 25 likes. We can do it. This has been a short stream, too, so this is kind of wild. Yeah, some of those water spouts were, like, if those swept onto land, that would have been bad. What did I just do? How did I just do that? Did you guys see that? Like, zoomed out. Oh, what did I do? Okay. I don't know what I just did. Let's not do that anymore. You're opening Pivotal Weather and COD for the first time in a month. $25 likes. We did it. That's such a W. That's crazy. Look how the thumbnail and the title are about severe weather. And then we have not talked about severe weather ongoing a single time today. Dude, are we actually going to hit 30 likes? That'd be wild. Everybody make sure to subscribe, too. Stream with OBS, how to get this scrolling text. So yeah, you have to go... Mr. Strom was actually the one that originally taught me how to do this. And after that I forgot. But I've remembered now, I believe. You go into here. You go to text. You create something. And then you want to go to defaults. No, you don't. I lied. You want to... What do you want to do? Okay, let's just test. How do you do that? Oh, okay, it was properties. No? That's the same thing. Was it filters? Filters, and then the little plus thing, and then click scroll. Sorry, that was a lot of steps. But there we go. That's how you do it. Hopefully that made at least a little bit of sense. Can we get rid of this now, please? Don't want there to forever be a JJJ on the screen. 55 to 65 mile an hour gusts in Oklahoma and Kansas being reported consistently. So, yeah, and don't take this the wrong way, Boardness. I want mods that have a proven track record of not only consistently tuning in, but also, showing me that they know what they're talking about when it comes to weather, and I'm not saying that you don't, I'm just saying that I haven't seen you a lot. And again, I'm not saying you have to tune in every stream or whatever to be a mod, but it's just, we really want to make sure that our mods are as high quality as they could possibly be. Would you start earlier than 3:30? Because I think... See, that's the problem. I'm going to be at school. I would do that, Drew, but... I'm not going to gritty at 30 likes. The gritty has to be special. We have one coming up on December 11th. So, that's... that's going to be the next gritty, I think. Unless something crazy happens in the next couple months. Or month and a half. Whatever. So, I think we're ending off the live stream here. If you guys did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Again, make sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Sorry, Avery, you tuned in back at a rough time. We're just now ending off. But again, thank you all for tuning in. Is there anything else I want to say? My friend has a new channel. His name is Wanny's Whoppers. It's a really weird name. I'll post the link in chat once, though. Go subscribe to it. He's doing, fishing stuff. So, that's, pretty cool. I don't think he knows exactly what he wants to do yet, but I know he's talking about posting his first video here pretty soon. So let me see if I can send that over. It's kind of hard to find this channel. So I'm going to put the link here in chat to make sure that it works. So give me 1 minute. Alright, here it is. Alrighty. Go subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Sorry, I was being silent there, but go subscribe to that channel.